So I know a lot of you have probably seen this video, and I thought it would be a fun idea if I were to do a video on how I would manifest SP now, 3 years later, if I had to do it all over again. Now, disclaimer, I wouldn't do a lot of things differently. I would do a couple of things differently, but the overall approach would, I guess, be the same. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Another disclaimer. When you're manifesting, whatever it is that you're manifesting, you don't got to do anything. You don't got to script. You don't got to visualize. You don't got to regulate your nervous system. You don't have to do anything. The only thing you got to do basically is persist in the outcome, right? Affirm, think aligned. So what I'm telling you now is my approach based on the kind of person that I am, because I know what works for me and what doesn't work for me, and just how I would approach it this time around. So again, what works for me may not work for you, vice versa. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And so, when I'm manifesting something that I have a lot of attachment to, I tend to get obsessive. I tend to, get obsessive with the outcome. So I do what I know I need to do to put me, to get me locked into that mindset. So let me stop yapping. First thing, obviously, affirm. I would affirm through every single emotion, good or bad, doesn't matter. I would, use every single emotion as fuel to amplify my affirmations, no matter the emotion, good or bad. Again, very important. I would affirm robotically, again, obviously. Now, if I were to think about it 24/7 as I did back then I would affirm 24/7, because if I'm already having thoughts about it, then I want to make sure that those thoughts align with the outcome that I want, right? If I'm not obsessively thinking about it, then I would just affirm anytime that, I think about it or him. Anyway, also, I would affirm directly to him. That is one of my favorite approaches when, affirming for a certain SP, because again, SP doesn't have to be just a romantic person. SP means specific person, not romantic person. So in this case, again, I would probably record my affirmations and listen to them, at night when I go to bed. Now, I wouldn't, obviously, when I go to bed, just automatically put my headphones in and, force myself to visualize or anything like that with the affirmations going on loop. No. I would basically, go to bed, start reading a book or just scrolling TikTok or whatever until I really feel like I could fall asleep. And then I would put my headphones on and just drift off. Oh, and another thing that I would probably do this time around is I would generate songs with my affirmations, just to, give it a little kick. Now, something that I didn't do back then that is a non-negotiable for me now, which I know a lot of you probably know what I'm going to say, is EFT tapping. I would tap, through all the fears that are causing me distress, worry, anxiety, upset. I would tap, through all the obsessive thoughts that are just trying to always keep, pulling me back because they're causing, a lot of these intrusive thoughts. So I would want to do anything that I possibly can to rid myself of that old story and let the new story anchor in so deeply that it's impossible to pull it out anymore. So yeah, I would definitely, regulate my nervous system, which again, I did not do back then. And no, you don't need to, but again, I'm just talking about how I would approach it this time around. So yes, I would regulate my nervous system and incorporate EFT tapping specifically for this desire that I'm manifesting, because I use EFT tapping for a lot of things, but mainly for my well-being. But if I'm manifesting something that, requires me a lot of reprogramming, rewiring, and all of that, then I use it to manifest as well. Obviously, I would do the phone call method again, because the phone call method to me is so powerful. Like I love doing it because it helps me feel connected, actually feel connected to that outcome, to that experience, and to SP as well. And mind you, when you're manifesting SP, you don't necessarily have to, if you want to try the phone call method, you don't have to talk to your SP. You can talk to your friends, your family members. You can talk to them about how it happened, how it manifested. You can, they can tell you how happy they are for you and they congratulate you and ask you tons of questions. Just have fun with it. It doesn't have to be anything specific. Again, back then, what I didn't do is I didn't work on my self-concept. This time around, I would. Now, again, the proof is in the pudding. that your desires to manifesting do not depend on you working on your self-concept. But why wouldn't you? Just work on your damn self-concept. Just do something for your well-being. Like, first of all, like I said, regulating your nervous system, working on your self-concept is not the key to manifestation. It's your narrative around that topic, around that outcome that you're manifesting is the key to what you're manifesting, right? But you know that it benefits you. So why not do it? Just like, walking 10,000 steps a day. Yes, it's beneficial. Do you have to walk 10,000 steps? No. Especially if you work in an office job or something. But get to 5,000, get to 6,000. Just do something for yourself, right? And another reason why I would work on my self-concept is because back then I was just obsessed with getting back together with him, that I didn't do anything for myself, like I said. And this time around, I wouldn't want to abandon myself again, because I know I would probably, again, cry every day and do all those things. So I would want to help myself as much as I possibly can. So even though I still would be, obsessed with the outcome, I wouldn't be obsessed with it in a way that I would abandon myself, if that makes sense. So yeah, I would just, be there for myself as well and show myself the same kind of love, devotion, and respect that I am showing him. This time around, I would not reach out. There's no chance in hell that I would reach out to him this time. So last time, 3 years ago, I texted him, called him, did all of those obsessive things on day 3, I think, day 3 or day 4. This time, no, I would not do that. I would, completely respect his boundaries, respect his space, and just give him the time and space to miss me, first of all, to miss me, and to conform in peace and reach out to me when he gets there, and just allow it to happen. Another thing that I mentioned last time is I didn't talk about it with anybody else. This time around, same thing. I would not talk about it with anybody, not even my best friend. Now, back then, she, that was 3 years ago, so she wasn't really in manifestation, so I didn't want to talk to her about it. She is now. Now, this time around, I would talk to her about it. But say, she just isn't into manifestation, I wouldn't talk about it with her or with anybody else. Not because of some fear, because other people's opinions can't interfere unless you take them on, obviously. But just out of pure focus, because I wouldn't want to, lose focus. And other people's opinions just don't do anything for me. They do nothing for me because I know what I got to do. So I got this. Honestly, if I'm wondering what's going on, what is he doing? Is he thinking about me? I'm going to make those answers beneficial for me. I'm going to answer them in my favor, because if those questions came from me, I'm going to answer them for myself. I'm not going to, go dwell into the worst case scenario, but I'll make the answers beneficial for me, in my favor, favorable, all of those things. All in all, I think that's pretty much it. So obviously I wouldn't do anything revolutionary, right? So that is very important that you understand. Even, with all the knowledge that we have, today, that I have also today, I wouldn't change a lot. The only things that I would change because of the knowledge that I have now is I would incorporate EFT tapping and work on my self-concept a little bit more. But that's pretty much it. So, because again, I know what I got to do, so I'm going to do what I got to do. Even when it's, when it's hard, when it's messy, when it's quiet, when it's low and desperate, because none of that is a problem. What makes it a problem is you quitting because it got quiet or messy or hard. And I know I've been talking about time a lot lately, but I think it's because of that obsessive desire that I have. But when your mind tends to wonder about the when, first of all, you're fine. You're fine. It's normal to wonder. We all do it. We're all human. But think of it this way. Your mind is trying to calculate, trying to measure something that's already in motion. It's in motion. It can't grasp it. And so time tends to feel heavy, really heavy, because time seems empty. Our mind considers time to be empty when it's not. It is loaded. It is full of momentum and movement. So time, like the time that's passing by is literally proof that it's working, that it's happening. Because everything that became real, everything that has become tangible and physical has had a buildup. And you're in the middle of the buildup right now. So you don't need to necessarily, fight those thoughts of when and questions around when. You don't need to avoid them. You don't need to ignore them. You don't need to be scared of them. Answer them. They came from you, right? So answer them. Remind yourself that everything in the background right now is rearranging itself. Your SP, every single day that passes, is conforming to you. Reality is conforming to you. You are conforming to yourself. Circumstances are lining up. Your brain is rewiring, to the new normal. Everything is happening for you. Time is preparing everything, including you. I will always say that. So whatever it is that you're feeling while you're manifesting your SP, please don't let anybody tell you that you're doing it wrong, or that it is wrong, or that you shouldn't be feeling, because again, you are human. As long as you're human on this planet, we will feel, right? And that is okay. We're not robots. It's all valid. Just don't let, those feelings interfere with your new story, with your new self-concept. Because again, you could just be affirming, we're together, you love me, SP loves me, and whatever. That is already you affirming your new self-concept. And that is what I did back then, right? I stopped there. So I wouldn't stop there this time. I would just, include other things to help me, I guess, just to, again, take care of myself and my well-being as well. All in all, that's pretty much it. Let your person conform. Give them the time and space. Respect their boundaries. Don't trigger yourself when you know you can avoid the triggers. And just please make sure to take care of yourself, of your well-being while you're on this journey. Don't lose yourself in the middle of it. It's okay to be obsessed with the outcome. But like I said, don't be obsessed with it in a way that you end up abandoning yourself. That's what I want to avoid. That's what you want to avoid. I promise you, you got this.
You got this.